If you want to build a Discord server that feels polished, organized, and ready for real members, this video is going to walk you through the entire setup from start to finish. By the end, you'll have the structure, permissions, moderation, onboarding, and invite settings you need for what I like to call the ultimate Discord server. And if this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more simple software guides just like this. Alright, let's jump in. The first thing you need to do is open Discord and create your server. On the left side of the app, click the plus icon. This is where you can start a brand new server from scratch. When the menu appears, choose Create My Own. Discord will ask what kind of server you want to build, and for this tutorial, you can choose the option that fits your community best. After that, click Create Your Server. Give your server a name, upload a server icon if you want one, and finish the setup. Once your server is created, the next step is to organize it properly with channels. A good Discord server always starts with a clean channel structure because that makes it much easier for people to know where to go and what to do. Start by creating a welcome channel. This is usually where new members will land first, and it should explain what the server is about. After that, create a rules channel. This is important because it sets expectations right away and helps keep your community safe and organized. Then create an announcements channel for important updates, events, and server news. Next, add a general channel for everyday conversations, a support channel for questions and help, and a bot commands channel so members can test bots without spamming other areas. You should also create voice channels if your server will use voice chat. These can be simple at first, like general voice, AFK, or meeting room. You can always add more later, but starting with a few useful voice channels will make the server feel much more complete. Now let's talk about roles, because roles are one of the most important parts of a well-built Discord server. Go into your server settings and create roles, like admin, moderator, member, and bots. Each role should have different permissions depending on what that person or bot needs to do. For example, admin should have full control over the server settings, channel management, and moderation tools. Moderator should be able to manage messages, time out members, and help keep the community safe. Members should have standard access for chatting, reacting, and participating. Bots should only have the permissions they actually need to function properly. As you set up permissions, take your time and be careful. This is where a lot of people make mistakes. You do not want every role to have full access to everything. Instead, give each role the minimum access needed. That makes your server more secure and much easier to manage in the long run. Now that your server structure is in place, the next step is to enable community. To do this, go to Server Settings and look for the Enable Community option. Turning this on gives you access to more advanced community features that help your server look more professional and run more smoothly. Community mode usually unlocks things like welcome screens, rule screening, announcement tools, and other helpful features that are perfect if you want to grow a real server instead of just using it casually. If you're trying to make your Discord server feel official, this is a step you definitely should not skip. After that, it's time to set up moderation. Go back into Server Settings, then open Safety Setup. Here you can configure your verification level. This controls how much a new member has to verify before they can participate in your server. A higher verification level can help reduce spam and keep out low-quality accounts. You should also set up AutoMod. AutoMod is extremely useful because it can automatically help filter spam, block harmful content, and catch unwanted behavior before it becomes a bigger problem. If you want your server to stay clean and manageable, AutoMod is a major time saver. Next, let's set up onboarding. In Server Settings, open Onboarding. This feature helps guide new members when they join your server, so they can quickly understand where to go and what channels matter most. You can use onboarding to highlight important channels, suggest roles, and make the joining experience much smoother. This is one of the best ways to make a server feel welcoming right away. Instead of new people feeling lost, they'll immediately understand the structure of your community and how to get involved. Now let's make the server feel more personal by adding custom emojis and stickers. Go into Server Settings, then find the Emoji section. From there, you can upload custom emojis and stickers that match your brand, your community style, or your server theme. This is a great way to make your server stand out and feel unique. Even a small set of custom emojis can make a big difference. It makes the server feel more polished, more fun, and more memorable for your members. Finally, once everything is set up, you're ready to share your invite link. Go to your server name, click Invite People, and then copy the link. You can share that link with friends, viewers, followers, or anyone you want to invite into your new Discord community. Before you post it publicly, make sure the invite settings are correct, especially if you want the link to last longer or be limited in certain ways. That way you can control how people join and avoid unnecessary issues later. And that's it. You now know how to fully set up the ultimate Discord server from scratch. You've created the server, built the channel layout, assigned roles, enabled community, configured moderation, set up onboarding, added custom emojis and stickers, and shared your invite link. If this tutorial helped you, please hit like and subscribe for more easy step-by-step software videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.